Everybody hated Hillary Clinton. She was the establishment candidate. It was just like everybody had a field day because they hated Hillary Clinton. It was hard to assess how much of it was because she was a woman. Well, now we know that America is not ready for a female president. And that's a damn shame, because Kamala Harris was the best candidate in this race. And she was the best for America.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and this is perhaps the most smug, most vile, most arrogant Kamala Harris supporter ever, who had the unmitigated gall to insult some worker at a retail store for daring to support Donald Trump. And, well, she got what she deserved. And I'm going to get into all that after a super quick word from Lumen. It's the world's first handheld metabolic coach. It's very cool. It's a device that measures your metabolism through your breath on the app. It lets you know if you're burning fat or carbs. It gives you tailored guidance to improve your nutrition, workouts, and even stress management. All you have to do is breathe into your Lumen the first thing in the morning. You'll know what's going on with your metabolism, whether you're burning mostly fats or carbs. It gives you a personalized nutrition plan for the day based on those measurements. Your metabolism is your body's engine. It's how it turns the food you eat into the fuel to keep you going. So if you want to take the next step in improving your health, and trust me, those New Year's resolutions are looming large, go to lumen.me/thequartering15 to get 15% off your Lumen, or just click the link in the description below. That's lumen.me/thequartering15 for 15% off. Now let's get to one of the best examples imaginable. Smile wiped off face of cackling professor who bought champagne to toast Kamala's win. And we actually we have a follow-up video from her of cope and seethe. So this is going to be just an excellent video all around. A professor cackled as she recalled telling supermarket worker he was wrong Trump would win while buying some cheap champagne to toast a Kamala Harris victory. Dr. Arlene Batishil, more like filmed herself earlier this week predicting a Democrat blowout and roared with laughter at the memory of taunting some poor store clerk over his wasted vote. But her gloating quickly went viral after Harris's spectacular loss to Trump, with Batishil posting a subsequent video blaming, of course, racism and sexism for the result. A woman who studied political science at Temple University, according to her LinkedIn, says she has 40 years experience in politics. Wow, she must be really smart. I know a lot of people in politics are all really smart. That's just like a default thing, right? When you're in politics. She claimed that Harris would storm to victory because women were motivated by their thirst to abort babies, and they would get out and vote in droves. I was talking to the guy in the store asking, by the way, she deleted her TikTok, looks like. I was talking to the guy in the store asking if he did vote. He asked me why. I'm going to show her video because it is so infuriating. Actually, let's go to the original. Let's go to the original because it is so pompous and so angry and so infuriating that it's like, I have no idea how you could publish this, but here we go.
Okay, so we're closing in on almost 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I've been tracking everything that's been going on across the country today. And my most important encounter was when I went out to get my champagne.
And I dunked on some poor guy working the counter.
I was talking to the guy in the store, of course, asking him, did he vote? And he said he did early voting, and he asked me if I early voted. And he's asked me,
By the way, only liberals do this. This is not normal behavior. Remember the bit of like Dave Chappelle being like, I'm trying to tell you how I was sleeping with my wife, and now you're asking me something personal, like who I voted for? Like, normal people don't run around asking people who they voted for.
Why I was getting the champagne, and I said, because I'm going to be toasting Madam President tonight. And he just looked at me with kind of like a smirk on his face. And I said,
Because he knew? What do you mean? Because he knew? Is that what you're mad about? Is because he knew and you didn't know? Is that maybe why he was laughing?
No, she's going to win this, right? And he says, oh, well, it's very, very close. And I said, no, it's not. He says, well, what do you mean? I said, no, it's not. The women of America are making their voices heard.
Oh, they are.
Reproductive rights is what it all comes down to. And the women are voting in numbers relative to men that are unbelievable. She's won this. And I said,
said who?
She's going to take
okay.
every one of the swing states plus Iowa. And he said, oh, but the numbers are so close. I said, I'm a political analyst. I'm telling you right now.
You know they're always right.
Are there. She's taking this election. And then I said to him, you realize, and he didn't tell me who he voted for, but of course I knew. And I said, you do realize you wasted your vote, right?
What a twat.
And I didn't care. And I walked out with my bottle of champagne and happily walked home.
I wonder how that's going. Let's check in on an update.
So, as you know, Kamala Harris did not win the election.
In your face! In your face! God, these people are insufferable. Completely insufferable. Like, I can't tell you how annoyingly bad these losers are. Like, seriously, terrible human beings who deserve all the bad things that are happening to them. All of them. They deserve it. This woman went and stuck her finger in some guy's face who was an hourly worker at a grocery store and laughed in his face and said he wasted his vote. Sounds like he didn't waste it.
As the numbers stand right now, there were 18 million fewer votes than...
Oh, denial, denier, conspiracy theorist.
In 2020. And Kamala Harris ran the most impressive campaign.
Oh, was it impressive?
I've never seen anything like it in my entire life.
Me either.
She has the campaign playbook. If you're going to win, that's the playbook that you use. But
what?
In this election, what we've shown is that there is such a deeply embedded level of misogyny in America.
Oh, men's fault.
Including among women.
Oh, women too.
Internalized misogyny. And it showed itself in this election.
Cope.
Now, when Hillary Clinton ran in 2016,
Cope.
It wasn't evident that it was misogyny that was operating and why she lost. Because
really?
She won the popular vote. In this election, Kamala Harris did not win the popular vote.
Oh, so it's men's fault again.
And she lost the election as well. And so what else do you have operating here? Racism. If that campaign was run exactly that way and there had been a man running, they would have won. They would have wiped the floor with Donald Trump. The decrease in voter participation at this level, especially since 18 million people voted in the last election and did not in this one, there was some percentage of the electorate that was simply not interested in this election.
This candidate? You mean this candidate? You mean this garbage candidate? They weren't interested in your garbage tier candidate? Is that what you mean? Because that's what's the truth.
It is an incredibly sad day. Heartbreaking. Everybody hated Hillary Clinton. She was the establishment candidate.
So
it's just like everybody had a field day because they hated Hillary Clinton. It was hard to assess how much of it was because she was a woman. Well, now we know that America is not ready for a female president.
No, just they're not ready for a twat. They're not ready for somebody who's wildly unlikable. I mean, here's another one that didn't age well.
Kamala Harris is spanking Donald Trump's ass right now, and we are going to know that she has won the presidency before the night is over.
Oh, you think so?
On November 5th. Save this, come back to it.
I
don't care.
I am.
You want some facts over feelings? Look at the percent of women that are voting compared to men in the blue wall states of Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania.
I like how all these liberal men think that all women want their uteruses to be a baby's graveyard. You know what I mean? They just assume that all women want to live a life of having zero consequences. And also, they think women are stupid because Donald Trump does not have the power to ban Roe v. Wade. He didn't ban Roe v. Wade. Kamala Harris did. Said she had the power, and she did not.
It's double digits. Look at the exit polls in those states. They are overwhelmingly 20+% saying they voted for Kamala Harris. Look at Georgia and the record turnout. You're seeing people in North Carolina marching to the polls with marching bands. What the hell? Like,
where?
That is
where?
An insane amount of energy when people are literally leading parades to the polls. You are seeing in North Carolina Mark Robinson trailing his opponent by like 18%. You don't think those people are going to come out and vote for Kamala Harris as well? You're seeing states like Florida and Arizona that have abortion on the ballot, and these people are coming out in droves.
Are they?
To protect their fundamental rights and bodily autonomy. Look at states like Nebraska with Donald Trump.
I mean, dead wrong. Dead wrong. All the way through. Of course, a polling Nostradamus says, my bad. My bad. Alan Lichtman and his keys to the election. Oh, there's so... Look at this. Trump's ex-lawyer Michael Cohen getting trolled on his TikTok live stream.
No problem.
Why is this guy's too old to be streaming to TikTok? Watch this.
Wow, genius you are.
People are putting cooked
Can we
turkey.
stop with that? I appreciate it. I don't like the stupid turkeys. All right, let's just knock that stupid shit off, please. All right.
He's gonna get it.
I did. I said I was leaving, and then the following day, get that through your dumb heads. The following day, I turned around and I said that there's no chance in the world that I'm leaving my country.
So this is another guy that said he was going to leave America and never did. Here's Lichtman, Alan Lichtman. He's a Nostradamus.
What is our country coming to?
This is the first moment of the night where I've lost hope a little bit.
Good thing I have nothing to do tomorrow.
Yeah, I took off work tomorrow.
And I'm not doing any interviews.
Good.
Nah.
I'm done with that.
I think she lost. I hate to say that because I've been hopeful all night, but I think she lost.
I do too.
Nah. Suck it. These people called you garbage. They called you Nazis. I don't feel bad at all. None. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. Don't forget to check out Lumen, link in the description below, and we'll talk to you again real soon.